have bigger hopes, higher aspirations for Windows.
Microsoft unveils details about its new operating system, web browser, and high-tech wearable gadget. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Beth Haynes. The tech giant made the big announcement this week. Joining us now with the rundown of all the things Microsoft has planned is tech expert Dan Thompson with Claris Networks. Always love having you on, especially to talk about new gadgets, new programs, and boy, we've got a lot to address today. Let's start with Windows 10. It's going to be available across many devices and free for a year.
Yeah, so this is obviously the first time that Microsoft has done that, giving away anything for free. So after the launch date, which we expect later this year, it will be free for a year to upgrade if you have Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 7, and then also the latest Windows Phone operating system as well. So with this operating system, Microsoft is sort of completing its journey, or I should say maybe continuing its journey to get the same operating system, at least the same operating system experience across all of its devices. On the tech launch, they did a pretty good time, or they spent a pretty good time talking about a common development platform, meaning that you can write an application that works on both the phone, tablet, and desktop operating systems, which is pretty slick. So it gives you that sort of common experience that Apple is shooting for with their ability to pass apps back and forth between devices. I think Microsoft's execution of it, though, makes it a little bit more interesting, at least to me anyway, than Apple's implementation, simply because of how they're exposing the interface for developers to write to it. So maybe we'll see lots of applications that can do cross-platform stuff like that.
That would be cool.
That's the hope. Yes, absolutely.
A lot of customers did not like Windows 8. How did Microsoft address those concerns with this new operating system? Yeah,
so the biggest gripe with Windows 8 was simply the start menu. So they went to this, what they called the Metro interface, which took up the entire screen. It was clearly designed for a tablet or touchscreen style of use. The people who were using desktops and mice were like, this is crazy, why don't you do this? So Windows 8.1 kind of took a step in the direction, still had that full screen Metro interface. Windows 10 brings us back to the Windows 7, Windows XP, that style of start menu. However, they've sort of integrated in some of the tiles and some of the features and functions of that Windows 8 Metro interface. Now, if you just like the Windows Metro interface, you can still click a little button that expands it full screen. But they've essentially given us just more options. However you want it, you can customize it and make it that way. Very, very slick. I have to say that I'm really excited about that.
It also comes with a new web browser. How does this compare to Internet Explorer, and what do we expect from this?
Yes, so the browser is codenamed Spartan, which should be interesting. The demo of it was fantastic. So imagine this, like I'm constantly bookmarking web pages, and as I bookmark them, you know, I go back to them a week later. I can't remember what in the world it was about that I was wanting to remember, and so I end up reading the entire article all over again. What they've allowed us to do in Spartan, among other things, is you can now take notes inside the browser. So you can actually draw, you can circle things, you can write, you can take notes, and they're saved there. You can then share those notes with your coworkers if you want to. You can share them, you know, with whomever you'd like. So it sort of makes the web a little bit more collaborative, and then you can kind of skip through all that, the other parts of the browsers, or the other parts of the web pages that you weren't necessarily concerned with. Pretty neat implementation.
Okay, Windows has a virtual assistant, Cortana.
Yes, Cortana, yes.
Are we going to be seeing more and hearing more of Cortana?
Yes, we absolutely will. And this, I don't know if you saw the movie Her. I still haven't seen it yet, but the premise is a guy falling in love with his computer. And it seems like that maybe this is possible now with Cortana. So Cortana learns our habits. She is directly connected with Bing, so as people are searching things and as things are coming in and out of popularity, she can keep track of that. But when you hear Cortana, think Siri, but massively souped up. And it's now available on the desktop, not just phones. So you can ask your computer things. And what Microsoft is really trying to drive home, and the phrase they kept saying over and over, are natural interactions with our technology. So speaking to it, or meaningful you know, hand gestures with the operating system. So expect that to improve over time. And then lots of gestures, of course, for touchscreens.
Okay, we've only got 30 seconds left. We've got to talk about this HoloLens.
Oh gosh, yes. HoloLens, probably the coolest thing announced there. HoloLens is is the next step in virtual reality. Actually, Microsoft even said they're moving past virtual reality. So these are holographic images that are being displayed in front of the user. So you wear that headset.
Yep.
You can pin things to places that you'd like to. So imagine if your kids could sit at home and play Minecraft, but they're building things like on a coffee table.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or they're building things in the environment. Super, super cool function of this is the Holo Design Studio. So you can build something and then send it straight to a 3D printer.
Perfect.
And so now what you've designed is a physical thing. Super, super cool.
Coming out this fall?
Coming out this fall, that's right.
All right, Dan, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
And we'll be right back after this.